Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. This is part 2 on assembling the Toyo stove. Yesterday we got the stove all assembled and put together and mounted to the wall and baya. Today we're going to assemble our tank. We're going to get the tank mounted to the wall outside, get the hose connected, put some fuel on that humdinger, and get it lit up on fire. I don't read instructions. My wife reads instructions, so she's going to learn how to program that thing, and then we'll go through programming, because I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned. Roll the intro. I'm Brian, and this is my wife, Diana. After 21 years in the Army, I retired, moved to Alaska, bought an off-grid cabin on a remote island. Now we share our lives and adventures with you, to inspire others to follow their dreams. So this is our new fuel tank. We had it custom made. It cost more than I wanted to pay, but oh well. We don't have a porch set up, and we wanted to be able to hang this off the side of the cabin. Eventually we'll have a porch set up, and we can also support it from underneath on the porch, but this we have these little tabs here that are welded on, so we can fit these to the studs, drill holes, and then anchor bolt these right into the studs. We're also going to be tearing down all the tongue and groove and replacing the insulation in the tongue and groove, because this cabin was not made that well, and so we've been running into a lot of wood rot and some mildew issues because it didn't have an OSB backing, and then siding. It just had like T111. That's it. So it had T111, the studs, and then insulation. And the R value on the insulation is pretty low. So we're ripping it all down, putting in new insulation, and going to be putting on new siding on the outside. So that's the reason why it's all coming down. But let's get this thing put together, and that way we'll almost be done with putting in the Toyo stove. So this is the 20-gallon stove. It's made out of aluminum. I've got a fuel cap, a vent, and an outlet down on the bottom, which you can't see. But I got everything made up. I think this was 1 1/4 inches. And everything else was 1/2 inch. Yeah. So we got the thread compound mixed up. I got a rubber glove on because I didn't read the instructions, but it probably says don't contaminate your skin with this stuff. So putting this on. Probably needed to mix up some more because it doesn't go on too. I want to put it on liberally, Mama.
Oh, please do.
Thank you. The only time I like to use the liberal is when I'm applying some sort of ointment. Alright, let's thread this sucker. Come on, mother bitch. Here we go. Oh, she's in there now. She is in there now. I might need your help to hold this humdinger down. Get your pipe wrench. The bigger the better. What's so funny? I think that's all she wrote, fellas.
You want me to hold it and then you can just...
Nuh-uh. So this is our filler here. You put the fuel inside there. This will keep the rain out. So this is my vent tube here. I'm going to put some more compound on that. Apply liberally. The only time I like to use the word liberal is when I'm applying compound. Just kidding. Just kidding, everybody. Slow your roll. That should be good. And then this guy, he needs to be facing downwards. There There we go. Voila. So we got the fuel pipe. We got our vent. Now we got to put on our outlet here for the fuel. So this, I also got a filter, and it also is a water block, so it filters out water as well. So this also has an in and an out. The inside is going to be the one closest to the tank, and that is also the one where I'm going to be putting my my shutoff valve on. So let's get this thing threaded in. All right, so there's our inlet. It's got the shutoff valve going to the tank. Our outlet will be where our copper pipe fits into. All right, so there's our tank installed. We've got right over here. That's our filter with the water out on it. Then we got our fuel input there. We got a vent. You can't see it, but our vent's right there. So we're letting all this stuff dry. We're gonna run the copper line out the side of the house, and then we gotta find some studs and bolt this thing, or we'll put some lag bolts into some studs and get this thing secured.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that we I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. We got time on our side. We're in a state of hope. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. And I saw you walking the line, and the truth may come as a surprise that with you I feel alive. You'll be the last one I think about. When it all breaks down, I'll wait for you right here. And I swear that we got nothing to fear.
All right, so we got the tank hooked up. We had a little technical difficulty with the filter. I didn't have it screwed in all the way. We were like, "It's leaking, doggone it!" But yeah, you know,
Looks good.
I should have known it wasn't screwed in all the way. But that's all good. After we tighten it up, we got no leaks, so we're gonna go inside and get this sucker lit up. All right, guys, there it is. So we got the Toyo stove put in, the fuel tank mounted, the line attached. We cranked this guy up. I'm not cranking it up and sitting next to it because it blows out some hot air. So this is going to help us when we go to town and we have to leave for a while. It keeps the temperature from dropping too low and freezing anything in the cabin. So great purchase. Love it. All right. See you next week. So I'm putting a little, oh, son of a man. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't read the instructions because I don't.
That's nothing new.
I don't have no. Oh, you gotta mix it. Will you grab me a paper plate?
Oh my god, that is so funny. I didn't